Welcome to Ielts training course. The Ielts overview and writing. What is Ielts? Get ready for the think, pair, share activity. You will be given 3 minutes to think on what is Ielts all about. Now let's assume that your 3 minutes is done. Ielts stands for International English Language Testing System. Ielts is the world's most popular English test. It is a test, not an exam, so you cannot fail it. Ielts results reported on a 9-band scale. 2.5 million takers took the test in 2015. There are 2 tests. We have academic and general training test. For academic, it is usually taken for entry to university, professional, regulation, and teaching employment. And for general test, this is usually taken for visa, employment, and immigration. The 3 honors of Ielts. First, we have the British Council, next IDP or Ielts Australia, and the third one, Cambridge English Language Assessment. Here are the Ielts Bandscore. For the 9, you are expert user. For 8, you are a very good user. For 7, you are a good user. For 6, you are a competent user. For 5, you are a modest user. For 4, you are a limited user. For 3, you are extremely limited user. For 2, you are intermittent user, and for 1, you are non-user. Here we go, the test overview. For listening, there are 30 minutes. 10 minutes for transferring the answers on the sheet. There are 4 types of recorded text during the listening test. First, conversation between 2 speakers in a social or semi-official content. Second, a talk by a single speaker based on a non-academic situation. Third, it is a conversation with up to 4 speakers based on academic topics or course-related situations. And the last, a university-style lecture or talk. Let's come to the reading. Reading takes 60 minutes. For academic, 3 long authentic texts. For general, there are only 3 sections up to 6 different texts. Now let's come to writing. Writing, it takes only 60 minutes. Same with the reading. For academic task 1, we have the graph, table, chart, or diagram. And for task 2, the essay. General task 1 is all about writing a letter. And for task 2 in general, there's an essay. For the next skill is speaking skill. So it takes only 11 to 14 minutes. Now how to understand the scores in Ielts. For writing, here are the criteria. For the task achievement, task response is 25%. For coherence and cohesion, that is 25%. Lexical resource is 25%. And grammatical range and accuracy is 25%. And for the listening and reading scores, we have for the band 8, the score of 35. For the band 7, the score of 30. For the band 6, the score of 23. And for the band 5, the score of 16. And that is for listening and reading scores. And for the speaking, fluency and coherence is 25%, lexical resource is 25%, grammatical range and accuracy is 25%, and pronunciation is 25%. All in all, is a total of 100%. Here we go, the Bandscore, the listening row score for academic and general training. So here we go. Everybody read. So if your score, for example, is 37 to 38 or 38 up, you can have this 8.5. If you got that 39 to 40 score, you have that 9 band score. And if you only got like the score of 13 to 15, you only have 4.5. And if you've got the score of 20 to 22 for listening, you only have that band score of 20 to 22. For the reading row score, if you only have 10 to 12, you only have 4 band score. If you only have 20 to 22 points or total scores, so your band score is 5.5. Now let's come to the reading row score. If you've got 40, 39 or 38, okay. For 38, your band score is 8. For 39, it's 8.5. For 40, it's 9. And if you only got like 27 to 29, so it means to say you only have the band score of 5.5. So that is the reading row score for general training. So for the general and academic training, so there is a quite difference in labeling your own band score. Now here we go for the tips for IELTS takers. Number 1, Be familiar with test format and task types. Number 2, be aware of timings, especially with listening and reading. Tip 3, read the questions carefully and answer all the parts. Tip 4, use the given time before each listening section. Tip 5, plan your writing. Tip 6, use paragraphs. Then use appropriate words, personal or personalize the writing if asked to. That is for tip 8. For tip 9, relax and enjoy the speaking. For tip 10, show the range of grammar and vocabulary knowledge in writing and speaking. So the tips are good for the reading, writing, listening, and speaking skills. So just study all these tips for you to get a higher band score after your test result. Now, what are the ways to improve writing skill? So this is very much important. So first, you have to brush up on the basics. So learn the basic of grammar, spelling, and punctuations. Also, the subject-verb agreements. Like for example, in A, Muhammad loves to play football. And letter B, children love to play football. So look at the verb. So if the subject is singular, the verb follow should be in S form. But if the subject is plural, the verb follow should be in simple present form. Now for activity 1, you'll be given 15 minutes. You're gonna be describing the country where you live right now. So this will be our first activity in this overview session in training. Okay, then you're gonna be using these keywords, or you can add more if you want to. We have here our keywords: UAE, nice place, many, expats, peaceful, compare, family, school, teacher, friends, foods, sports, etc. Okay, now let's assume that your 15 minutes is done. Here we go for the task 1. This is for writing skill practice. So you're gonna be writing the topic. Okay, we have here the topic that you're gonna write. So read comprehensively. For task 1, you are assigned to write at least 150 words. So the situation is that disruptive school students have a negative influence on others. Students who are noisy and disobedient should be grouped together and taught separately. Now, do you agree or disagree? So you're gonna be giving reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. So this is task 1 activity in your writing. So assuming that you are now writing an essay all about this given topic. So the most important thing here is you have to agree or disagree about the situation. Then you are going to give support or reasons why you agree or why you disagree. So based on your own prior experiences, you can share all those in your writing. Much better if you can have more than 150 words. Next, we have here for the task 2. You're going to be writing about a topic. So you are required to write at least 250 words as your answer based on the given topic. So here, young people today are better qualified than they were in the past. Some people argue that this is because competition for jobs is greater than it is used to be. Others say that people only continue their education because the opportunities exist for them to do so. So you have to read many times the situation. If you don't understand for one time reading only, so you can just read, but you have to focus on. So discuss both these views and give your own opinion. So you're gonna be discussing these views given in the situation, then give your own opinion. Then after that, support your answer. So reason out why you give such kind of opinion based on the views that found in the situation. So you have to include the relevant examples from your own prior knowledge or any expressions you wanted to share just to support. And in this test too, which is 250 words as a requirement, much better if you can just answer more than that 250 words. Alright. So here we go. Let's come to number 2. So you're going to write like it's your job. So in writing, it should be seriously done. So like your job, if you are assigned in a certain office of a particular department, so right, you give a report like what you are passionate and all about, what you are interested in. So do more practice before this taking of exam. Do more practice like it's your job. So here for our activity in this number 2 on how to brush up your writing skill. So I want you to write a friendly letter to your best friend. So it's a kind of invitation letter for your own upcoming birthday. So you'll be given 10 minutes for this. So here, okay, so you need to recall or review the parts of a letter. So this is just basic. I'm pretty sure that you have all the knowledge about this. Okay, the parts of a letter, we have the heading, greetings, body of the letter, complimentary close or closing, and signature. Alright, so let's assume that the 10 minutes already done. Next we have here read like it's your job. Okay, so practice or do like your job, then read like it's your job. So be keen, be a dedicated reader. You're going to focus just to digest, just to grasp the important thing on what you are reading before answering the questions. Okay, so this is all about the reading activity practice before taking a reading test in Ielts. Well, for our activity, we have here we're going to read or recall a story and write your reaction. So you'll be given 15 minutes about this. Okay, so in this 15 minutes, recall the parts in writing a reaction paper. So this is just a practice. So in writing a reaction paper, you need to introduce or describe a story in your own understanding, then of course the body and the conclusion of your reaction paper. Okay. Then number 4, you're going to find a writing partner. So what's the use of this writing partner? So it's time to get much needed feedback on the work. So of course, when you have that partner, your partner can give you feedback or vice versa about the mechanics or the performance, the way you write a certain situation, that's the way you write a certain essay based on the given scenario or situation. Okay, so for your activity, you're going to write your own view on the importance of learning English, then exchange your output to the peer checking. Okay, exchange your own output after that to the peer checking, then you will be given 15 minutes in doing this or accomplishing this activity. Alright, so we're done with this. overview in IELTS, at the same time practice in writing and reading, the tips on how to pass or to get higher band score in IELTS. So those are the important things that you need to remember. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to share this video to your friends and relatives. Alright, so thank you so much once again, and see you on my next video. Bye bye for now.